friends and followers, and welcome to this live stream. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for today's show, and today we are going to be performing a full tutorial of the recently released AirfoilLabs Cessna 172 NG Digital. I want to welcome all of you guys to the stream. Chicago Skyhawk, hello my friend, and welcome. Luke SC, good evening my friend. Welcome, glad to have you with us on the stream. And today I'm hosting a giveaway as well, and I will be giving 2 copies of the Cessna 172 for you guys, courtesy of the Q8 Pilot channel. We have with us also, is it Kelso? Martinez, hello my friend, welcome. JV, hello, good evening. Yeah, nice funky music there. Stan, hello, greetings my friend, and welcome to the stream. As a reminder folks, there is a giveaway which we will be running at the very end of our stream tonight. And I'm going to be giving away 2 copies. Vincent, hello my friend. Ninja Mart, hello my friend. Welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel in this live stream. The Walking Fruit, hello my friend, and welcome. So 2 copies of this Cessna 172, and I will tell you folks right off the bat that this Cessna 172 is by far the best Cessna I have seen for any flight simulation platform. This Cessna is by AirfoilLabs, and today we are going to be taking a look at all the features, and I will give you a little bit of tips as well on setting things up to really enjoy this aircraft to the maximum. Rand, hello my friend, good evening to you. We've got also, is it Gilio? Gilio, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you've learned a lot from the channel over the years. This is what this is my intention, is to really share the knowledge and give you guys an enjoyable experience in the sim. And if I am successful in doing that, then you know I have done what I've set. You know, the goal of the channel is really to provide you that. So if I've been successful, I'm very glad. Luke, welcome to the VVIP membership, my friend. Thank you so very much for becoming a member, for your support. I really appreciate it. The Flight Simmer up north, hello sir, and welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel. All right, so what we're going to be doing today, we are, by the way, in the AirfoilLabs hangar at Arlington Municipal Airport in the state of Washington in the United States of America. And we are in the hangar. We are going to be removing all the ground elements, and then we're going to pull the aircraft out of the hangar. We're going to start it from its cold and dark state. We're going to fly and cruise at about 3,000 feet. We're going to be heading today to Seattle Tacoma International. It's a short, about 48 nautical mile flight, but hopefully I will show you everything that you need to know about the aircraft to be able to fly it successfully. And hopefully for your viewing pleasure, we'll do a nice buttery landing at Seattle Tacoma today, runway 34 right. Should be an interesting flight, and yeah, hopefully it will be a Hector, welcome to the VVIP membership, my friend. Thank you so very much for your support, and welcome to the exclusive group of members at the Q8 Pilot channel. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Chainsaw Rocks, hello, welcome, my friend. Came after many recommendations. Glad I found this page. Well, sir, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us today, and I hope that you'll find something useful and what you came looking for here at the Q8 Pilot channel. As a reminder, folks, we are running a giveaway. So 2 copies of the Cessna 172 NG by AirfoilLabs is up for grabs at the end of this stream. I am having a little bit of stuttering here. I'm not sure why. The FPS is good, but for some reason there is a little bit of stutter. But before we begin, what I'd like to show you guys is how to set up the walk around mode. So this add-on is equipped with the walk around mode, and in order to set this up, we are going to go to the settings, we're going to go to the keyboard, and then we're going to go to AirfoilLabs, as you can see here. Then we are going to go to walk, we're going to click on that, and as you can see, I have set up the walk backward. I've assigned the letter S, the walk crouch toggle, letter Q, walk forward, W, walk left A, walk right D, and walk speed toggle is E. I highly recommend that you set up this before we begin the flight, before you begin your flight, as it will help you do the actual walk around outside the aircraft and really enjoy this Cessna and enjoy all its features. All right, so we are going to come over here and we're going to take a look at the weight and balance. As you can see, we have sufficient fuel for our short flight into Tacoma International, Seattle Tacoma. If I look here at my flight plan, I need about 218 pounds of fuel. We have about 240. Maybe we'll pump in just a little more fuel, and I'll show you guys how to open the cap and do all that good stuff. We are looking good in terms of center of gravity and limits, all that good stuff. And welcome 0007. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your kind words. Gary, hello, my friend. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you very much, Hector. Really appreciate it. Glad that you enjoy the content here on the Q8 Pilot channel. All right, so we are going to just cancel this for now. And we are going to go to the, I'm going to disable X camera, and we're going to open the aircraft door. And to enable the walk around mode, all you need to do is hover your mouse over here until you see the arrow pointing down, and we click. And now we can use all the buttons that we've assigned to look around the aircraft and move around and do all this good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the static or the ground elements here, remove the chocks, the tie downs, the pitot covers, and we're going to come over here. We're going to remove the engine inlet cover and then move the chocks on this side and the tie down on this side. Come on. All right, and then one more element right here in the back, and we can remove that, and we are good. Now all ground elements have been removed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move the aircraft out of the hangar, and to do this we are going to come to the front of the aircraft. Now in order to do this, you will need the assignments that you've done for the walk around. So you can use exactly the same assignments to pull the aircraft and steer it left and right. Let's make sure the door is closed. Here, let's come here. We're just going to push the door and close it. And now we're going to, now we could use the S, W, and left and right, which is the A and the D button as per my assignment, to pull the aircraft out of the hangar. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to push the aircraft outside, and then we're going to perform all the checklists and get the aircraft ready for our flight. We are departing Arlington Municipal today, runway 34, and as I've indicated, we're going to be cruising at about 3,000 feet and heading over to Seattle. I was originally planning to fly into Portland, but it's a longer flight, and I didn't think that we need to fly that long to showcase what the aircraft's got for us. So here we go, and we are now ready. The aircraft is ready for our checklist. We are now walking around. By the way, just look at the fine details here on the wing and the lights. The texture work is just really, really very, very well made on the Cessna. Really, by far, the best Cessna I have seen for a flight sim. To hop back in the aircraft, all you need to do, again, is hover your mouse over the pilot seat until you see the arrow pointing down like so, and click, and you're back in the cockpit. And now we can close the aircraft door. Now, a few things to note. Yeah, you have your checklist here, and we're going to be using that in a minute. And then you've got your headsets. If you click them, they will significantly reduce the noise inside the cockpit. Something I recommend that you do if you're streaming or recording a video like I'm doing right now. We'll leave those at the moment. And then if you click here, that will actually open the map, the X-Plane default map. We're not going to need that for this flight today. And of course, we've got our iPad here, and we can cycle through all the options available in the aircraft. Now, I've had a lot of questions from you folks on starting this aircraft, and a lot of you have told me that they're unable to. Scott, hello, my friend. AfGeek, hello, my friend. Welcome, guys, to the stream, and thank you for your support always. Peter, hello, my friend, and welcome. Can you try an LPV approach? Peter, I'm not exactly sure what an LPV approach is, but if you tell me what it is, we'll try to do it together here on stream. The logo the AirfoilLabs branded doesn't come. The hangar. Oh, so folks, the hangar is a separate add-on. It is developed by AirfoilLabs. So Arlington UHD, just type exclamation DEP, and you'll get the link to Arlington UHD ultra high definition. I highly recommend this airport, by the way, folks. A beautiful rendition of Arlington Municipal Airport with a special touch. There's a lot of things that you can do with this, and maybe I'll show you in a minute. See, if you go to no, not here, but you can load different scenarios. So here you can UHD ramp or the hangar, and there are a lot of different things that you can do with this with this scenery. If we go close, yeah, definitely lots of things that you can do with this scenery, circuits and things like that, and approaches, and they've really made the scenery quite special for the Cessna. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the control lock. That's the first thing we need to do in our checklist. Let me re-enable X camera, and we'll disable it once more. And let's see here. So on the 2D panels, what we're interested in is mainly this panel here, and it will tell us, how well we are priming the engine and the spark plug condition as well. We also have all the temperatures here. As you can see, it's a cold day here at Arlington, so we're going to need to wait for the engines to warm up before we take this aircraft for flight. Okay, so there are two ways we can do this. We can do this the quick and dirty way, which is not following any checklist. But for the sake of this tutorial, I am going to go through the checklist so that you guys also get a full appreciation of this Cessna 172 by AirfoilLabs. Yakima to Seattle has a beautiful route over the mountains, about a 45-minute flight in a 172. Chicago Skyhawk, I will make a note of that, and hopefully we'll do it next time. Arun, hello, my friend. Does anyone know how to paint in 3D? I cannot paint. No, unfortunately, I cannot help there. Tango Whiskey Simulation, hello and welcome. Yes, it is very sophisticated Tango Whiskey Simulations, and it is by far the very best Cessna I have seen for a flight sim. All right, so let's bring up the checklist. We're going to come down here, and we're going to begin with the pre-flight checklist. For this, I'm going to disable X camera, pre-flight inspection. I'm going to go through most of these, so let's go ahead and start the checklist. The first thing is the pitot tube covers removed. The pilot operating handbook is accessible. The aero documents, By the way, they are in here. So you've got all your documents there. All right, let me remove the, all right, so it's checked. And the Garmin G1000, the cockpit reference guide is checked. Parking brake needs to be set, which it is set now. Control lock wheel is removed. Magneto switch is off. Avionics bus 1 and 2 are off. The master switch out and battery, we'll turn those on. Primary flight display PFD is checked. We can see it there, and we can probably add some more lights there so we can see. Low vacuum annunciator is checked. Avionics bus number 1 is on, and the forward avionics fan is operational. And now we can turn the avionics bus 1 off and turn on avionics bus 2 and check for the fan as well. The after avionics fan is good, and now we're going to turn off the avionics. And now the pitot heat switch needs to go on, so we are going to turn it on. And pitot heat switch off, so we're just simply checking that everything is functional. Low volts annunciator is checked. Master switch out and battery is now off, so we're going to turn this off. Elevator trim control switch is in the takeoff position, which it is. The alt static air valve is off. Fire extinguisher is right here, checked. And now we're going to begin. The baggage compartment door is good. The rudder gust lock is this one here, and we need to remove it for flight. The tail tie down is disconnected. Control surfaces are checked. Everything looks good here and looks good there. Perfect. And now we're going to check the antennas. We're going to make sure they're, again, in good condition. Flaps, the aileron, we can check it here, and it's checked. The right wing tie down is disconnected. The main wheel tire is in good condition. And the fuel tank, some quick drain valve, we can use this to drain here. And the fuel looks clean to me. And we can check that. And next, fuel quantity. We can open the cap here and check for the fuel. And fuel quantity looks good to me. We can, of course, always add some more fuel. How cool is that? All right. And that is now checked. Fuel stainer, quick. Again, you've got one there. I'm not sure what I did there. All right, let's just check that. All right, next up, the oil level. We need to check the oil level. So we're going to open this here and check that the oil level is okay. All right, and that is all checked now. The engine cooling air inlets are removed. Propeller and spinner are checked. Air filter is in good condition, looks clean to me. And the nose wheel strut and tire are good. Static source opening left. The fuel tank vent opening is checked. Stall warning opening is checked. Landing and taxi lights look good to me. The wing tie down disconnected. Fuel quantity on the left wing. Again, we're going to do the same thing here. And we are going to check the fuel. Fuel looks good to me. Let's add just a little more here as well. And we are good. Perfect. Next up, fuel tank. Again, we're going to check on the other side. And the fuel looks clean. And check. Aileron check for the left wing. Checks okay. And flap. Flaps are checked. And the pre-flight inspection checklist is now complete. All right. Localizer performance with vertical guidance is defined as an approach with vertical guidance APV that is an instrument approach based on a navigation system. Well, that's a bit too much to digest, but I'll tell you what, Peter, what I'll do is I will read a little more about this, and hopefully we'll do it in the next flight. Gary says, I like the livery of this aircraft. Very nice. Yes, indeed. It is very nice. Like an MPG Pro. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I get you now, Peter. Speed check. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Nathan. I hope AirfoilLabs will go to MSF. I hope so too, because the fidelity of their aircraft is just wow. All right, let's go ahead and continue now. And now our pre-flight inspection is complete. Passenger briefing is complete. Seat belts and seats are checked, adjusted, and locked. The brakes are set and tested. Circuit breakers are checked all in. By the way, all the circuit breakers are modeled on this aircraft. So really, really cool. The fuel selector is selected on both. Engine, before engine start checklist. Now there are two ways we can start. We can start with GPU or we can start with the battery. So I am going to go ahead and start with the battery. Throttle control is 1/4 of an inch open. Mixture is idle cutoff, which it is. And then the battery switches, the battery is standby battery switch is armed for 20 seconds. Test and hold. Actually, it's right here. So we're just going to say that it's okay. RM verify PFD comes on, which it does. So we're good there. And then engine indicating system check parameter. Okay, I need to have that there. All right, engine check parameters are there. 24 volts on the bus and the M-bus 1.5 volts maximum. Battery amps are good. Standby battery annunciator is checked. Propeller area is clear, and now we can start the master battery. So I'm going to turn this off now, and we can actually turn on the battery and alternator are on, and beacon light is turned on. And now there are two ways we can start the engine. There is either priming, and if the engine is warm, we can omit priming procedure steps. However, if we look on the avionics earlier when we checked the temperature is quite cold, and the aircraft is quite cold right now. If we look at the current outside temperature is 0 Celsius here at Arlington. So because the aircraft is pretty cold and the engine is cold, we are going to prime it. So we're going to go with continue with priming, and as you can see, fuel pump switch is on. And mixture control on full rich, and then idle cutoff. Fuel pump is off, and now we are ready to start the aircraft. So we are going to, I'm going to change the view here so you guys can see. First, let's get the key. All right, so we've got the magnetos here, and we've got the mixture here. So we're going to go here. Okay. All right. The start is a bit cranky, but now we have a good start. All right. So now it's okay. So it took us a while, and by the way, this is actually, if you read the operating manual, when it's cold, when the aircraft engine is cold, it will require a bit more, cranking up the ignition in order to start the aircraft. Now, I didn't do it quite right because I have the magneto switches mapped to my alpha control button, so I kind of overdid it a little bit. But we do have a good start on the engine now. And amps and batteries check. Low volts annunciator is okay as required. Now we can turn on bus avionics bus 1 and 2, and the engine start with battery checklist is now complete. All right, so we are going to bring up the checklist a little later, but what we're going to do now is we're going to enter our flight plan. Flight says this is very cool indeed. Flights and deck. Hello, my friend, and welcome. First one I've seen that yes, absolutely, it does rival the A2A simulation. And thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Bottom fuel selector is off, is it? All right. Shut-off valve seems to work still. Yep, absolutely. All right. So now that we have the air, now we can, by the way, bring back X camera. And I'm still having this stutter. I'm not sure why. We're going to go ahead and turn on our nav. We have the beacon turned on. All right. So now we need to enter our flight plan. And again, I picked this route, which is a short route, in order not to waste a lot of time with the flight plan, but also to show you guys how to enter it. So I'm going to bring this, pop this out here so you guys can see what I'm doing. We are at Arlington, Kilo Alpha Whiskey Oscar, and we are going to move this down here. To do this, you need the outer circle, and I use my mouse wheel, and just with a turn on the outer circle, you move it to the second position. Now, the next waypoint is actually a VOR station, and we are going to Papa Alpha Echo. So if you go to the inner circle and press, it will bring you to the waypoint information. Then you scroll with your mouse wheel, and you will get Papa, and move to the outer circle to move the mouse to the next position. And Alpha is in fact the next letter we need, and then we move again to the inner circle. Oops, we needed the, all right, Papa Alpha, all right, outer circle, and then inner circle, and we're going to enter Echo, and we're going to say enter. And as you can see, there are a couple of VORs. We are of course interested in the US Northwest VOR station, and we're going to enter and enter. Now we have the first VOR station in our route programmed into the FMS. And the next one is another VOR station, which is the Seattle VOR Sierra Echo Alpha. All right. I like how the keychain moves with the vibration. Absolutely. Isn't it? It's pretty cool, isn't it? And you can look also at the engine cover right there and how it vibrates. Really, really cool stuff. All right, so let's enter Sierra. Again, we're going to go to the inner circle, and we are then going to use the mouse wheel and pick the letter S. Go to the outer circle and select Echo. Oops, that's not what we wanted to do. Sierra. Oh, come on. Sierra Echo, and then Alpha, and that's Seattle. Enter. And finally, it's Seattle Tacoma, which is Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha. So we're going to start again with the inner circle, and we're going to enter Kilo, outer circle, inner circle, Sierra, and outer circle, Echo, and Alpha, and we're going to enter that. All right, now we have the full flight plan here. We are going to move we're going to move on to Sierra. We're going to select procedure. And there is no star, and there is no SID, by the way, either. So we're simply going to select the approach. If you had a star, you would go to arrival first to select your star. But in our case, there is only an approach. So we are going to enter, and then we're going to select the runway, which is ILS 34 right, which is this one here. Enter, and we're going to select the vectors to final. So we're going to enter that, and we're going to load it. And that is it. We are pretty much ready to go now. We are going to take a note of the altimeter, which is 3041. All right, 3041. By the way, you need to click this to toggle between course and baro. So we are going to change this to 3041. Super chat from Peter. Love the content, Sam. Have a cup of coffee on me. Oh, Peter, you are so kind, my friend. Thank you so very much. And I promise you that tomorrow morning, I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm going to say this cup of coffee is courtesy of Peter. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. 3041. All right, 3041 is set, and we are good to go. All right. Now we can go back to our checklist. Everything looks good here. Our lights are good. We can put this on taxi, and let's take a look at the outside. Just look at that and listen to those beautiful sounds of this beautiful Cessna by AirfoilLabs. Just absolutely outstanding aircraft by AirfoilLabs. All right, we can come back and bring up the checklist, and we can now continue. And this is the before takeoff set, pilot passenger seat. It's X camera is running. Cabin doors are closed, locked, and are they locked and closed? Yes, they are. And flight controls. All right, so free and correct. And we're just to do our check real quick. All right. PFD baro is set. Standby altimeter is set. Alt select we have not selected yet, so let's do that. Let's see here. All right, I'll worry about it once it finishes. Our fuel quantity. Mixture control is rich for takeoff. We're going to leave it lean for now. So I'm going to just leave it there. Set both. Autopilot, you have to engage it and disengage it, so that's fine. Flight director is off for takeoff. Elevator trim control is set for takeoff, which is throttle at 1800, and then we're going to do the run-up check here. So we're just going to leave those for now. Engine indicators, meter and voltmeters, onseaters are checked, and that is it. That's quite a bit of friction. Com frequency is set. Nav frequency is set. FMS GPS is already set. And transponder, we can set the transponder. To do this, we're going to come here, and we can click on the code, and now we can enter anything, 3, 4, 5, 7, and we can click on transponder and turn this transponder on, and that's how you set it here. We can click back. As you can see, this is on GPS, so CDI soft key, nav source, cabin power volts is turned off, wing flaps, flaps 10. We're worried about the flaps once we are at the runway. Strobes, of course, brakes release. All right, so we're done there. Let's remove the checklist from our view and re-enable X camera once more, and we are now ready to go. One more thing I want to show you before we move. If we go to the 2D panel and go to the engine, as you can see now, it says the momentary spark plug folding is less folding, so we're in the green. We can see the temperature. We can see our cylinders here with all the temperatures, and the engine priming is correct for the current phase of flight while we're here on the ground. And if you actually go to here, click on the engine and go to the lean, you'll be able to see, again, this is custom. So it is the default Cessna or the default X-Plane Garmin device, but it has been customized by the guys at AirfoilLabs to provide you with a little more in terms of the experience and the realism of having this Garmin device in a Cessna. Okay, we're going to head back to the engine now, and let's see. Waypoint entry just like the GNS 430. Yes, Stan, that is correct. Yes, indeed. All right, so we are ready to go. We are going to release the parking brake, and let's head over to runway 34 for departure, which is on the other side of the runway. But the reason I wanted to start this flight here on the AirfoilLabs hangar is to really showcase Arlington Municipal, which is really a great airport to have, and it goes really well with the Cessna as well. So yeah, really cool. All right, let's switch to external view, and just look at that beautiful aircraft. Not sure what's up with the stuttering today, but I just absolutely adore this Cessna 172. By the way, V-Flight Air just released yet another Piper. Now, I purchased the aircraft just about a couple of hours back, and V-Flight Air is a really very good payware developer for X-Plane 11. They create really great add-ons for X-Plane. I haven't yet looked at their recent Aero 3, but I will, and we'll see if we can schedule a stream in the coming days to take a look at that aircraft. All right, here we go. God, the stuttering is just really, really bad, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. It could be, by the way, the streaming software, Streamlabs OBS. Hello, Raj. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you with us. All right, let's give it some power. And by the way, today we are not flying in real weather because the real weather is not suitable for flying a Cessna. Let's not get carried away here and keep the steering comfortable. A little too fast here for the taxi. I am planning some Microsoft Flight Simulator content, and the new Australia update is just really fantastic. I've done a few flights around Sydney, and it's just absolutely, the scenery is simply breathtaking. So we are going to fly the Airbus A320 by the Fly-by-Wire project, and probably we'll do a short flight from Melbourne to Sydney in the coming days. But before we do that flight, I am planning a flight with the level up Boeing 737-600, and we will more than likely pick up where we left last time. So we'll probably you know, do either Edinburgh to London Heathrow or something like that, but we'll see about that. We are at the hold short point now for runway 34. I'm not sure why the stuttering is so bad. Let me check the frames here. Frames are actually pretty good, 35, 37 frames, but I'm not sure why we have all these stutters. All right. So we are going to turn on the landing lights, strobe lights, and of course the mixture has to go to full rich for takeoff, and flaps 10. Man, the sounds of this aircraft are just, wow. I love it. And this is runway 34. We're going to depart and make a left turn. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Oil temperature is good. We are in the green. Airspeed alive. 60 knots, rotate.
Are you able to make it okay, thank you.
And we are airborne. Flaps are up. All right, and we just cleared the runway, so we're begin our turn to intercept the flight plan. We're going to try to keep it at about 70 knots as we climb. And here is our turn. All right, 1,000 feet, we can lean the mixture a bit. And you can see now we've picked up power. And we're going to continue our climb now to 3,000. So let me set this here to 3,000. Right, 3,000 is set. And we're going to continue our climb. Let's do a flyby. Listen to those sounds. Right? And adjust our heading to intercept the flight path. Skip the checklist run up. Yep, we skipped that, sir. Just in the interest of time. But I will tell you right now that it actually works very well. Could you take a look at the G1000 auxiliary page, including GPS and system setup? All right. All right. So at this point, what we can do is we can engage the autopilot, and we have the altitude here, the final cruise altitude selected at 3,000. So we're going to turn on the flight director, and then we're going to engage the autopilot. Autopilot engaged, and nav. And now the aircraft autopilot is taken over. And we are looking good. We'll level off at 3,000 feet. So let me see here. Hello, Yaroslavki. Hello, my friend. Welcome. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Have you checked out Rada's CFM 5060 mod for the TOLUS and the FF320? It's really good three-party mod. Completely blows out TOLUS default engines. Wow, no, I haven't checked it out. I think I've seen V1 simulations. I think has done a video, but I haven't yet watched the stream. So hopefully we'll take a look at that in the next few days. Wow, the flight dynamics are spot on. Yes, Peter, this aircraft is very, very cool, and I really like it. In fact, my uncle is a real pilot, and he absolutely adores this aircraft. It's just really a very well-made aircraft. All right, we are now cruising at 3,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for our flight. We are going to adjust the throttle to get about 110 110 nautical miles for our speed. So we're going to let the aircraft accelerate here a bit, and we're going to maintain 110 until we are at our destination. I'm going to ease off on the throttle just a bit here. Really a very well done by AirfoilLabs. Right, I'm going to ease off on the power now. Let's see here. All right, I think we're good. And this is a beautiful looking scene here out of the cockpit window. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. All right. 737 sim pilot, should I buy this aircraft or not? Well, sir, I'll tell you this. If you enjoy general aviation aircraft and you want something really that is high fidelity, that will really give you a lot of enjoyment in X-Plane 11, this aircraft is definitely for you. And I will tell you, for all the features in this aircraft and for all the work that has gone into programming it, its price is actually pretty reasonable. So, I mean, really good value for the money. In my view, it's worth more, but I think they've reasonably priced this aircraft to probably appeal to a larger audience. So I think if this aircraft was slightly more expensive, I still think it's worth it, but probably not as many people would buy it. But as it stands today, this is one aircraft that receives the definite commendation of the Q8 Pilot channel with my seal of approval, and I give it a 10 out of 10. And not too many add-ons get the full mark, but this aircraft does get the 10 out of 10. It is high fidelity, it is enjoyable, sounds are good, flight model, the depth of system simulation, just really a wonderful general aviation aircraft, and in my view, the very best Cessna ever created for a flight sim. By the way, if you go to the 2D panels here, let's go, all right, so let's go here. So if you go to the electrical system is fully modeled, by the way. So you can see exactly what's on and what's off and what's going on in terms of the electrical systems. And now we can also take a look at our engines. You can see now engine priming is good. You have the density, altitude, you've got your pistons, all the temperatures there. You can also, by the way, come here for the failure system, and you can just fail anything you want. You can fix the components, so you can go, for example, for the engine. Everything is okay. You can go to the spark plugs, and you can select. You can see here how cool this is. It reminds me kind of the Challenger 650 by Hot Start. I mean, this is probably something that is of the same quality, same caliber, or the same fidelity. But of course, this one is a Cessna 172. It's not a jet aircraft, so the systems aboard this aircraft are a lot less complex than the 650 Hot Start. But again, you can see that really they've done some immaculate work here. You can see now also the status of the bottom spark plug here, 99%. Again, you can customize this scenario as you like. So we can fail at 10,000 feet. We can select the mean time, always fail. We can fail at a certain speed or time to failure. So we can set it, say, fail the spark plug in about 30 minutes from now. and it will simulate exactly that. And you can do this for all the systems aboard the aircraft. So if you go, for example, you can engine fire. Again, we can do that. Instruments, the G1000, the components, and you can go again and fail the Garmin engine airframe, or if you want the data computer, the avionics, the transponder. So again, granular details as to the failure scenarios and what is it that you want to do with the aircraft, which really gives you a very fine experience. And this goes, by the way, guys, for all the aircraft systems, everything. So really, really cool. Again, roll bird strike, you can do that if you want. Micro burst, runway lights, happy lights. We can fail all of these. So bird strike here, we can maybe we'll do this, I don't know, we'll see. As current scenario is realistic. So we are running in a realistic mode right now. Here, let's switch to external view. You can again listen to the beautiful engine sounds. Very well. We are on our way now to the Seattle VOR. Beautiful scenery ahead of us. And yeah. Perfect combinations. How to use the gauge located left from the campus. Oh, this one here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure really how to use it, but it seems to indicate your it's something for landing. So it kind of measures the safety, but I'm not really sure how this works. I think I need to do a little more research on this, and maybe I will do a separate video just on this device and how it works and what it does. Someone wanted to know something about the GPS. I can't recall. If you can tell me again, what do you want me to do? Which page you want me to go to? Systems? Was it systems? Yeah, I'm not sure which system you want me to go to, but all right. Okay, so if we look at Seattle Tacoma International at our runway, which is 34 right, the ILS frequency is 110.3, and 110.3 is already set for us here. So we're going to leave it as it is. And what we'll do is once we are close to the Seattle VOR, we will activate the approach and then activate vectors to final. And of course, I will show you guys, we will perform an ILS approach, but then of course we'll turn it off and land the aircraft ourselves. Eric, fail one spark plug and see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to come here and we're going to go to failures. We're going to go to the engine and we're going to go to spark plugs, and we can see them all. So the top spark plug here. So let's see here. We can say fail. All right. So now that we failed the spark plug, if we go to the engine, I think everything is good there. So far, nothing too serious. We have all the other spark plugs working perfectly. So, and yeah, it is failed, and it shows you, by the way, it's the left magneto that has been affected by the spark plug that we failed. So we can fix that now. Did you notice that? Did you notice the vibration here as we fixed the spark plug? So something definitely has happened. Small town flyer, if you cycle the mag might see something.
45.
All right, let's do that. Let's fail this again. And let's see here. Where's the mag? Yep, the left magneto. Listen to that. Now that's because we have both magnetos running. So, and we did notice a drop in our speed as well. Very, very cool. All right, let's fix that. And now that we fixed it, we can see our speed is going right back up again. That's really cool. Yeah, this aircraft is definitely amazing, guys. And I will tell you, you will not regret the investment in this aircraft. Your RPM dropped when you failed the spark plug. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Took XP11 5 years to get a 72 of this level. A good competition that I hope boosts the A2A team making their MSFS. This looks nice. A must buy. Absolutely. The flight sim deck. This is really a wonderful aircraft to have, and one that I highly recommend. It will definitely bring hours of enjoyment, and there's so many things that you can do with this aircraft, similar to the Challenger 650. Again, this is the fidelity that we're as flight simmers are looking at and looking for, and this is what really sets AirfoilLabs apart from the competition. If you look at the history of AirfoilLabs, they have released very few aircraft. In fact, just two. They have this is the third one. They have the AirfoilLabs Cessna 172, which is the initial version. Then came the King Air 350, and now the 172 NG. But all three of those aircraft are outstanding, and ones that are must-have for X-Plane 11. All right, we are now approaching beautiful Seattle, Washington State, a place very dear to my heart. And by the way, if you're ever there, if you're ever in Seattle, be sure to visit Old Seattle. The city has burned down to ground many years ago, and they've actually turned this into a museum that you can visit. And I highly recommend it. It's very cool, and a little bit of history there if you like that kind of stuff. Superdell Aviation, the Skyhawk looks amazing. The work done by AirfoilLab is super and more real. At this moment, I do not have X-Plane 11 since I'm at MSFS. I'm waiting for X-Plane 12. Captain Ender, it is an AOA indicator. Indicates measures the angle between the chord line of the wing and the relative wind. The AOA indicator warns pilots when they're approaching an aerodynamic stall. Oh, that's very good information. Any chance to see a bird strike? I'll tell you what, we will do an airstrike as we come into land at runway 34. How's that, guys? Yeah, let's do that. Duncan, hello, my friend. A bit late, but happy I'm here. Well, I'm happy you are here, my friend. Glad to have you. All right, so what we'll do now is if we look here, and we can zoom out a little bit. We're not too far from Seattle. That's the airport right there, and this is runway 16, left, right, and center at Seattle Tacoma. And this is the beautiful city of Seattle with the beautiful night lighting. Look at that. Just absolutely adore the night lighting in X-Plane 11. Alright, so what we can do at this point is we can go to procedure, and we're going to say activate approach. Right, and enter. Alright, and now we're going to fly all the way to hello everyone, I'm late but enjoying the stream. Boeing Corp, welcome my friend. Glad to have you with us. All right, so what we're going to do, the platform altitude for runway 34 right at Seattle Tacoma is 2,200 feet. So once we pass the airport, we will begin our descent to 2,200, and then we will maintain 200 feet until established on the localizer. And yeah, we'll do a burst strike. Sure. Should, you know, spice things up, and then, you know, you'll get more appreciation of what the aircraft has to offer. Let's see here. So, by the way, there is a settings menu here, and you can save the aircraft's configuration, so you can have a persistent state. If you have those two options turned on, then the next time you load X-Plane and you bring up the AirfoilLabs Cessna, it will be in exactly the same position that you left it last time. So all the switches, gauges, fuel quantity, failures, everything will be preserved. Showing passengers, showing pilots when outside, inside, showing the welcome screen, if that's, you know, environmental sounds. Again, I like sounds, so I'll keep those. The pilot call-outs are turned on. I never heard them as we took off, but yeah, they're there. Disable alarm warnings, we'll leave those. Pop-up delay. So you've got some, you know, nice features and nice settings again to manipulate. I like the fact that you can pop out the Garmin devices. So this is a big thing for me, especially when, you know, when you're flying and you want to monitor the instruments and at the same time bring up the Garmin device. It's easier to see that way. It's easier to see things. That 2017-172 was nothing like this, though. Basic like the rest. Yeah, I agree. The flight sim deck, the initial Cessna that they released for its time, though the time when it was released, it was pretty advanced for its time. But if I compare it today to what's available and what came after it, then yeah, it doesn't really, you know, it does not compete. Let's put it this way: it does not compete with, you know, with all the high quality add-ons that came after that period. And there's a ton of just wonderfully, you know, developed aircraft for X-Plane 11, especially in the GA category. But recently, and I would say from the time we saw the i9 builds, the fidelity of everything that came afterwards in that price range was outstanding. So if we look at the Fearless 742 Classic, the Taurus A340, the Dash 8 by Fly JSIM, the Challenger by Hot Start, the AirfoilLabs Cessna 172NG. I mean, we're really very fortunate, folks, to have such talented developers developing, you know, high quality add-ons for X-Plane 11 and for Microsoft Flight Simulator, for that matter. And hopefully PMDG is 737 is not too far from our hangars, and hopefully we'll have it soon. You can make it dark and show us the dimmable lights. Oh, absolutely, sir. Let's do that. Let's come here, and we are going to make it a little more dim here. And there we go. We can add some lights, pedestal lights, avionics, and there you have it. Yeah, that's how things look like. And we'll just leave it there. That is a beautiful scene here of X-Plane 11, and specifically at Seattle Tacoma International Airport. What an outstanding scene right there, with all the beautiful night lighting. You can see all the traffic movement there of the cars. Just really outstanding. Thoughts on the upcoming 777 version 2 by flight factor? I tell you, being a Boeing guy myself, I really enjoy Boeing aircraft. I really like them. I like the company. And I am really looking forward to the 777 by flight factor. And if I look at the history of the development, I think they really excelled in their 757, their 767, very deep system simulation. So I am definitely looking forward to having those, put my hands on this 777 version 2, and hopefully it will be as good as the Dash 8, the Tolus, and the 742 Classic. I am really very optimistic that it's going to be one hell of an add-on for X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12. And it doesn't seem like X-Plane 12 is going to be, doesn't look like we're going to be waiting that long before X-Plane 12 is released. It's looking pretty good. According to the trailer I saw by AviationLabs. By the way, AviationLabs guys are one of the best makers of cinematic videos. They're more of a promotional company, but they do create some really nice videos. I do miss the work of my good old friend Thomas Rasmussen, though. In my view, he was the #1 creator of cinematics. I really miss his work. Unfortunately, he decided to retire from doing flight sim videos. And yeah, I definitely miss his work, miss working with him. And like many others who decided to, quit the hobby. Smack the Neo mod, it's even better. Let's see here. Can you use the headset? Yes, sir. There you go. That's the headset. Now things are much quieter and you can probably hear me better. He was, yes, definitely, Rand. He was excellent and he was a gem of a person. Thomas is a really great guy, very kind-hearted individual, and really a fine gentleman. And I really do miss him a lot. I mean, he definitely, with his departure from flight simulation, I think there was a void. I have seen some good, good cinematics, but nothing like Thomas had that touch that made any aircraft look fabulous. And even if the aircraft was, not so good, the way he presents it and the effects that he uses is just phenomenal. By the way, guys, there is a guy by the name of Max, I think Max 737 or 737 Max, something like that. He creates full flight videos. Those are recorded videos, but my God, in my 7 years of creating content, I have not seen anyone does so good of a job editing the video, his narrative style. He is just unreal. He is my absolute favorite to watch when I want to see like a full video and enjoy those, ultra realism, ultra realistic videos, whatever. Max 737, I believe. He's got a huge fan base as well, and his videos are outstanding. They're just wow, really wow videos. All right, let's take a look and see where we are. All right, we are here, and we are going to wait a little bit. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of distance out of the airport. The runway is right behind us now, so we're going to give ourselves a little more to give ourselves sufficient clearance. I will begin our descent now to 2200. So we're going to go to the smaller knob here, and we're going to set this to 2200. And then we're going to click on vertical speed and push the nose down a little bit. About 500 feet per minute is sufficient. We're going to ease off on the power. And we are going to put the mixture on full rich. And we're going to continue our descent to 2200 feet. And then we're going to activate the vectors to final. And once we do that, you will see that the needle will move to the back because the airport is right behind us now. Steve PHL, how many panel options are included? All I can see are those, but you can actually have the PFD, you have the MFD, you have the, I guess this is the radio panel, and then you've got the power, you've got all your gauges, all your circuit breakers, you've got the power, the fuel and throttle, trim, and then you've got both the electrical and engine panels. Right, we're coming up to 2200 feet. And the aircraft will level off. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go to procedure. And let me just show you guys here what I'm doing. And we're going to go to activate vectors to final. And now the aircraft will turn towards the airport. We're going to make sure we keep our speed until we are established. We're going to keep it at 2200 feet for now. Alright, we're going to go to about 90 knots. We could have waited a little longer and given ourselves a little more distance, but that's okay. And that's the runway ahead of us. And you guys wanted to do a bird strike. So once we're lined up, we're going to do that. Alright, what we can do now is we can do the following. We are going to switch CDI to localizer 1, and we're going to hit the approach button. Approach. Alright, perfect.
Wind 220 degrees, 2 knots, runway 265 clear, touch and go.
And the airport now is right there, as you can see. We'll see the needle, the localizer needle moving towards the center, as you can see now. And once it aligns with this line, you will see the aircraft moving towards the runway to intercept the localizer. You can see the glide slope needle up there. And as you can see now, the aircraft has begun the turn, and we can see the glide slope needle moving down. Alright, and a good time to set flaps.
Report complete.
Report complete.
And now we're going to line up with the runway.
Line up and wait 26 right.
26 right.
Just absolutely a gorgeous aircraft by AirfoilLabs. The Cessna 172 NG Digital. Right, you can see the aircraft has begun now pitching down towards the runway. We're going to ease off on the throttle. Mixture is full rich, landing lights are on, and we are going to start reducing our speed. Alright, so you guys wanted to do a bird strike, so let's go ahead and come to the failures. We're going to go to world, bird strike, fail, and it looks like Low volts. I'm not sure what the birds have done, but I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Something is definitely up with the aircraft. Let's go ahead and where is the autopilot? All right, autopilot disconnected, and we are just going to try to land now at the runway 34 right. We are clear to land. We're a bit too high. So we're going to try to maintain the glide slope and the localizer. We're good on the localizer, a tad too high. And flaps. We're definitely too high, but we can correct that. We're looking good on the approach.
Hotel Foxtrot Zulu, then report January for runway 26 right, QNH 1015.
We are on the localizer. Still a bit too high. You can see 3 whites and 1 red. Now we have 2 whites and 2 reds. I'm going to continue to reduce our speed here and hopefully Alright, we are now on the glide slope and on the localizer, and flaps are full.
Tango 364, QNH 1015, and report south before.
Alright, we're going to keep it now. Let me see here. Give it a little bit of power.
Traffic, Mezzo, inbound to January for landing and lookout.
Crosswind. Not a very good landing, but we made it safely here. FPM about 200.
64 traffic at you.
Attacked by the jealous pigeons. Yeah, it looks like the alternator failed, and it was very difficult to give the aircraft power when we came into land. So it was okay all the way through the descent, but as we came into, I wanted to, I kept really pushing the throttle in, but it didn't give me that much power. Now you can see low volts is illuminated, but this was definitely a fun flight. And let's switch this to taxi, and we no longer need the strobe lights. There we go. And welcome to Seattle Tacoma International Airport, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it safely here at the airport. And let me just go and, we will try to taxi to the general aviation area here at the airport. Right, let's leave the mixture. There we go. And we will retract the flaps. Actually, I think we can park the aircraft somewhere here. We don't have to go all the way to the back. And we'll take a look at the landing in just a minute. I hope that you guys were able to benefit from this live stream, and I was able to expose all the aircraft systems and show you the different features to really decide whether this aircraft is for you or not. But I will tell you now that this aircraft, without a doubt, receives my full commendations and the Q8 pilot seal of approval and the 10 out of 10 score, considering the aircraft features and the fidelity and the price. I'll tell you, this is a must-have in X-Plane 11. You will absolutely enjoy this aircraft, and I cannot tell you enough how good this aircraft is. All right, let's a little bit stall. Yes, definitely we stalled a little bit. Reasonable landing considering the failure in the crosswind. Thank you very much, Stan. That really lifts up my spirits. Sander, hello, my friend. Good evening to you. Glad you've made it. All right, let's kill the engine. So first we're going to turn off the avionics, and then we're going to kill the fuel. And we can kill the lights, and it's complaining now. All right, low volts, and we can now turn off the battery and the alternator. All right, let's go ahead and do a replay. And let's see here. So, yeah, I think this is good. Not sure what those noises are. Ah, it's the brakes. Okay. That's a control tower view. Bit of a struggle there to bring this aircraft down. There's a bounce there, but finally we've made it. Ooh, wow, you've blown a tire. Oh, did you see that? Oh, wow, look at that. I never knew that it actually does this. Oh, wow. Alright, we can come here and we can say fix all components. And those are the birds again. Oh wow, they actually simulated those wheels broken. There we go again. All right, let me see if we can fix this. Fix all components. Yep, you can see the aircraft, the engine, the propeller has failed. So let's fix that. Oh, how cool is that? That is really cool. All right, let me set the parking brake. All right. All right, looks like everything is back in tip-top shape now. Understood. All right. And what we can do is, what is this doing? All right, so we removed the key, and we can also remove the headset. We can open the door and head out. And we can put the chocks back here. And maybe we can put the pitot cover here, the chocks here, and we can also, no, that's not what I wanted to do, but I'm not sure how to put the tie downs back. Actually, what we can do is go to tie downs. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you guys this heater. when the aircraft is cold, you can come to this heater to heat up the aircraft, and all you need to do is click here, and you can set this to high. You hear that? And you can increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, set it back to low, and then you can turn off the device as well, which is again really cool. So we can remove that. We can, by the way, cover the aircraft. And also what you can do is you have several options. You can put the fairings, you can change the tire, the wheels, so you can, I believe those are the ones that we've had, but you have this type as well. Vortex generation is, if you look at the top of the wing here, let me just move, let me come closer to the wings. Okay, so if you go to vortex, you see those the vortex generators on top of the wing. I'm toggling them on and off. Flap, again, the flap seals, you can see them again below the wing. And this is the little device, which is the safety device, I suppose. The tablet, you can also switch it on and off if we go back inside the cockpit. And we bring up the tablet, so here on this side. And by the way, if you have the tablet turned on, you can access everything from within here. You can go to the remote hangar, you can open the door, close the door. This is the hangar at Arlington. So this actually works with the hangar at Arlington. But of course here there is no hangar here, so it doesn't run. You can also repair all VR. This aircraft is VR compatible, so you can totally fly it in VR. Weight and balance, again, you can set everything from within the iPad here, which is really, really cool. All right, so we are now at beautiful Seattle, and the time has come, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who are the two. Are you serious? You can do an actual walk around. Yes, sir, you can do an actual walk around. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Thank you for the fly and the demonstration. You're most welcome, sir. AirfoilLabs simulation level is 100 out of 10. Yes, absolutely. Vikram, hello, my friend, and welcome. All right, so folks, the time has come now for us to find out who the winners are. The two lucky winners, and as a lucky winner, all you need to do, if you are one of the winners, is to contact me at info@q8pilot.com. And folks, please, if you're not a winner, please don't send me a note telling me that you've won. So yeah, I've had this issue before, but good luck to all of you. I'm going to go to the giveaway now. And I'm going to give you who are the number of eligible users. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Channel, regulars, members, regular users. Okay. All right. So I'm now starting to get the eligible users back on here. Good luck, Blackjack. Thank you very much, Rand. Duncan, thank you so much. Sander, thank you, guys. Thank you really for your kind words. And let's see here. I'm just waiting now for guys for the eligibility to update, and then we will roll it. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this flight, and that it was a useful flight to really expose the features of the Cessna 172 by AirfoilLabs. And of course, as usual, if you have any questions, please do post them in the comments section if you're not able to ask it now on the stream. Thank you very much, Sandra. Really appreciate it. Boeing Corp, Daniel, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Right, we're just waiting for things to update here, and then we are going to roll the giveaway. I do have you guys there, and right, I can see Blackjack, Boeing Corp, Daniel, Guelo, I am Ping Cable, Sanders, Stan, The Walking Fruit. Oh, there's plenty of you guys now in the eligibility screen. So I'll give it just a few more moments, and then we are going to roll it. Fun flight, learned a lot. It's great to see this awesome general aircraft. Yes, Dan, thank you. I'm glad that you've found the stream useful, and I'm glad that you've enjoyed the aircraft. It is really a wonderful aircraft. Emilio, thank you very much, sir. Glad you enjoyed the stream. GA aircraft are the best. They are more enjoyable, and the reason why they're more enjoyable is you have a lot more control over a general aviation aircraft than you would have on, you know, an airliner that is fully automated and fully computerized. I personally love steam gauges. I love to look at them. I think they're great. And for this reason, I really like, in my free time, when I just want to enjoy flight simming, and or maybe on the VATSIM network or things like that, I like to fly things like the 727, the 737 Classic by FlyJSim, the 742 Classic by Felis. Those are the kind of aircraft I love to fly in my spare time. And of course, goes without saying, the FlyJSim Dash 8 Q400, and now this beautiful AirfoilLabs Cessna 172 and G Digital. Although it doesn't have that many steam gauges, it is still an incredibly accurate aircraft and fun to fly. Okay, I think, folks, I am going to go ahead now and roll the giveaway. Could you, could be a good one to get started on VATSIM? Yes, definitely. It's an easy aircraft to learn. There isn't really that many controls. Radios are there. It's very functional. It's got a lot of features that allows you to really use the aircraft in a, you know, in a simple manner. It really is an aircraft that's very well thought of. So, all right, here we go. We are going to roll the giveaway now. And let's see here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Daniel Skidmore. Daniel Skidmore, congratulations, my friend. Please identify yourself here. Just type me a message on the stream so that I can verify you once. Let's see here. Here's your profile. All right, I got your profile from about. All right, I've got your details. Congratulations, my friend. And let's see, is Daniel there, folks? Daniel is definitely there. Woohoo! I have been wanting this aircraft. Thank you so much. All right, so Daniel is the first winner. Daniel, please send me a message, an email, beg your pardon, at info@q8pilot.com, and I will sort you out so that you can purchase your plane from the X-Plane Org store via a gift voucher, which I will supply you with in the amount sufficient to purchase the aircraft from the org store. All right, the first winner, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Skidmore, and the second winner is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll it. Stan! Stan is the second winner today. Congratulations, Stan. Again, I'm very glad that you've won something finally on the channel, Stan. You've been a great support for me personally and the channel. I cannot thank you enough, sir. And I'm glad you've won this. You've won this here, Stan. Stan, please just send me a note on info@kuwaitpilot.com with your email address that is associated, of course, with the X-Plane Org store, and I will provide you with a gift certificate in the amount sufficient to purchase the aircraft from the Org store. Yeah. Yeah, congratulations, Stan and Daniel. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of the success of the Kuwait Pilot channel, and thank you, all of you, my dear friends and followers from around the world, for all the support. More fun stuff on the way, folks, and more giveaways are coming on the channel very soon. Stay tuned for my upcoming Level Up 737 flight, which should be an interesting flight. And there will be a giveaway during that flight as well. So stay tuned. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight and for all the information that you guys provide me. I definitely learned something from you guys today. So thank you very much for that. And as we always good things come to a close, and so does this stream. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Stay safe, thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.